Yeah, it was we were under 12s, but forced to play up in under 13s because of, I think it was just numbers and.
Right, and you're 5'7" at the age of 27. So imagine how tall you were at 12.
Yeah,
so you're pretty small.
Not very tall.
But you won the league best and fairest.
Yeah. Yep.
As the smallest bloke in the competition. Yep. And there's a story of this because you did win it on ability and you literally influenced games as you do, even though I did take some votes off you.
You did a couple of games.
But there's a famous story of one of the biggest blokes on the field, and you'll remember this, where I think, I don't know, he was winding me up and I had a go at him, and that my dad has this story that he was just spinning me round. He had me just like throwing me round and I ragdolled him. And then you've lined him up 5 minutes later and he was unconscious on the floor.
Yeah, there's a bit more to that though.
I want to hear it.
He was a big guy. It was East Sandy we were playing against. He would have been like...
Bulger.
He was the kind of guy that when you get to the ground, he needs to hand a birth certificate in. Because everyone else is like, how old's that kid?
That's what everyone was saying, right?
So we were playing. We weren't very good. It was like halfway through the third. We'd already well and truly behind the 8 ball. Like... Once again, I reckon we won a game that year.
No, we did.
Really struggling.
We won all the individual awards.
Yeah, but he was lining blokes up left, right, and centre. Like when you looked over to our change room or our bench, it was like a cartoon skit. There were like nurses and like people holding broken legs. Like they were just cooked.
Yeah.
I had that sliding doors moment where I was like, we got to sort of take something away from this game.
Yeah.
I looked over and as you said, this guy's going to town and he was a big guy. So I knew I had to get him with the element of surprise when he wasn't looking. I think there was a moment where the ball just sort of sat up on its peak and he sort of crouched down to pick it up. And he was facing the other way. And I've just launched into the back of his head and his neck. And it was like he got shot from back. And he just fell on the ground. And all these parents are jumping over the fence. I was wearing number 19. They're like, number 19, you're a thug. They're all screaming at me. I was sort of like lapping out. Mum's gone home. She's like, I'm not waiting around for this again.
Yeah.
But then later on, I look over and Sean's walking along near these parents. And he's like,
Sean is my
He's
father.
like, that's my boy out there, number 19.
That's right.
Pointing at me.
Yeah. It was like that scene in Seinfeld where Elaine goes to hug Jerry and that's me running to my father and she just shrugged me off and gone and hugged Seb.
And he says to me, we've had nights where he's like, when that happened, that was the proudest I've ever been of anyone.
Yeah.